Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers, has us set to get started. Off we go from Lumen Field. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Cardinals come out, and they are led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019. The 7th year for Murray leading the Birds.
Mike, I know we say this a lot, and I know sometimes we can be dramatic with our proclamations, but this really is an important year for Kyler Murray. The former #1 overall pick, he's had some ups and downs, dealt with some injuries. He needs to put it all together and have that breakout season. He needs to quiet all the doubters around the league about whether or not they need to continue to build this organization around him, because when he's played well, he's been amazing. It's just too
right at the outset, he lost the football. And it looked like the Cardinals were quick to react and get on it. So no turnover, they keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On the ground, DeMarcado. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Cardinals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
More often than not, Mike, when a team decides to keep the ball on the ground on a 3rd and long like this, typically the next play is either a punt or a field goal. But give credit here to this play caller. He saw something in the defense, gives the ball to his back, and he's able to pick up big yardage and the first down.
This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
20-yard pickup there. It's an Arizona first down.
1st and 10.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now DeMarcado. And he's followed up after a gain of a yard.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. To the outside, he's got Harrison. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Gain of 8. That's another Cardinals first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cardinals.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
That's caught downfield by Harrison. That's catch 3 just on this drop, and it gets his team a first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Here's a first carry for their running back. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds. This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Open man is Horton. It's caught. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
They get 22 yards there. First down, Seattle.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. To throw again is Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's not often that you see a running back be the one that the defense decides to double team in the passing game, but to me this feels like the defense was tipped off. They knew what was coming. They knew where the quarterback was going with the ball, and they were able to put a stop to this one really before it got going.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up.
Pass interference. Defense.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks move out to a 7-3 lead.
Cardinals 3.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Amari DiMercado to return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready now for their second drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. He'll get that to Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll run. It's DiMercado. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
3rd down, they need 5. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He's got his man, it's Harrison. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Play action now. It's Murray. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. Off he goes. taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Cardinals, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
And he's in! Kyler Murray! Touchdown, Cardinals!
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Cardinals are on top. It's now 10-7.
Cardinals 10, Seahawks 7.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. In motion is Barner. They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
By Cup, and he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. A big play for Seattle. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. Smith and Jig from left side. He's got it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter from the 29. Here's 2nd and 3 as we are ready to get back underway. Walker, 1st down and more. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
All the way back at the 14 now. Second down and goal. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Third and goal.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's fourth down.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. To return is Greg Dortch. Woo! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinal offense heading back out onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. Now Murray will set up the screen to DeMercado. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
So on fourth down, here's Pat O'Donnell to punt. Back deep for Seattle, Torrey Horton. Going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first two possessions. Huff brings it in left side. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 2. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. It's complete. He's got Cup. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
This is caught at 2. And he's in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now the point after try from Myers. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Cardinals 10.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This returnable, it's DeMercado. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. On play action, Murray. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A pickup there of 28 yards.
That's good.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
To throw again is Murray. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll run the sneak. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
Cardinals, 1st down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short. gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Murray. Good coverage there in the end zone, and is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
On 3rd down, Murray. That's off over the middle. It's Wilson. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's another Cardinals 1st down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he will get into the end zone. Amari DiMercato. Touchdown, Arizona. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Extra point now by Riley. The kick is good. And the Cardinals will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. In the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Throw right side, hauled in by Cox. Trying to get away, but he will not. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Cards offense and running back Amari DiMercato set to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Off balance throw, it's complete. And they'll get about half of if they need it. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now it's Murray. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Off the play fake. Here's Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 14 on the pickup. It's an Arizona 1st down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game. On 1st down, they pick up 7 yards.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. Now a give on the ground, and they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down. So 2 minutes to play in a back and forth 1st half.
32-yard line.
We're back to Seattle after this. The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Seahawks 23-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll take this one in. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Cardinals will go up by 7.
Seahawks 17.
time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now, Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. He finds Hupp along the out route. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners.
In trouble, and down he goes. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
42-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Go win him, go win him. Spin.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Connects with Hupp on the slant. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Darnold then on 1st and 10. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down?
He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will cut the lead down to 4.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now, Murray. He's going to air this one out for Jones. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Tackled there by Matt Wilson.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Darnold. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front. The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Cardinals offense and running back Amari DeMercado set to take over once more. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. The open man is Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And the Cardinals first down. A gain of 13 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2nd and 10. They go play action for Murray. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Boye Mafe in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. They put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Murray. A throw on the move is caught. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Now a second down throw from Murray. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Third and long. Now Murray. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What great work to start those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The Cardinals line up for a punt. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This one complete downfield to Walker. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A big play after being backed up. 33 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver, and in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Cardinals offense, and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. That one is complete to McBride. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
A gain of 19
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
First down throw for Murray. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. It's an Arizona first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Again, it's Murray. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Murray's going to throw again. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
Third and a long way to go. Murray looking to throw. Will set up the screen to DeMarcado.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So, on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Darnold now to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Here's a designed run. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. Got it with Smith in Jigba. And he will score! Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Myers now to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Seahawks will even the score here in the third. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the pistol, it's Murray. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Leonard Williams in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
And now you need 2 hands to count how many sacks they've recorded in this one, Mike. I mean, they have been relentless throughout the game, and they get another big stop here.
The Cardinals lining up for punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Here's Horton. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's Walker. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Walker now gets us going here in the fourth quarter. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that play. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
10 at the 24-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter. That's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
They'll run right. Here's Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. That's the veteran Calais Campbell. Gets up for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. He's got it inside the 5. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Darnold.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. This one is complete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. This returnable, it's DeMercado. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinal offense heading back out onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they've just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Catch made right side by Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 2. The RPO, that one is complete. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's on Paris Johnson, the tackle.
Still 2nd down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll get this out wide to DeMercado. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. And he'll be forced out of bounds. A very short gain.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Murray. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Tyrese Knight getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Escaping to his left. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Returnable from the 17. And he'll get forward for a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's taken in by Horton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. 1st down, Seattle.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Darnold to the air once more. He's got room to roam. He's taken down just shy of the 10. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football, and oftentimes that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They run with Walker, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Davis Gaither on the stop. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cardinals' 11-yard line.
Throwing, Darnold. He's got his big tight end. Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now the point after try from Myers. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
27.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Dortch now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Flush to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
24-yard gain.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here. Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they come up for 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Harrison right side. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
1st down throw for Murray. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Arizona will take its 1st timeout. Clock will stop. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
2nd down, Murray. On the move left. He runs with it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll look for and find DeMercado out of the backfield. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
And the Cardinals 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now, 2nd and goal. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Taking off, and this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Now Ryland for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here.